What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two of the best Zerg players currently in the world. Spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Acid Plan LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's known as the best player on the planet, wants to continue in that legacy. His name is Serral. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He won Blizzcon 2017, is one of the best Zerg players, as I said, in the world, and wants to continue and try to go back-to-back in that legacy. His name is Rogue. So guys and girls, I'm very excited about this matchup here in particular, seeing as how, of course, ZvZ is such a fun matchup, not only to watch because of how fast-paced it is, but also to cast, and just also analyze, because, of course, guys, we have two of the best players currently in the world as far as StarCraft 2 is concerned as a whole, not to mention, of course, with the Zerg pieces. Rogue, this guy won, of course, Blizzcon 2017. And now, this matchup here, this game and this series in particular, was played at BlizzCon 2018 and was the semifinals of that tournament. So, very exciting stuff here. There is going to be a very interesting hatchery placement here by Rogue in this game number 1. I'm wondering if this is to throw off Serral a little bit, who's coming across the map. But Rogue knows exactly what he's doing, guys. Going to go for that hatch gas pool, but I guess you could say hatch, and then a pool. What I would assume is a wall off here, possibly. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on what this hatchery is doing. Serral, of course, went for the very standard hatch gas pool on his side of the map. Generally speaking, in these matchups of ZvZ, you'll see very similar builds in that production tab, but this game, right off the bat, we are seeing a very different kind of strategy coming out of Rogue. Now, I'm wondering if he's going to cancel this hatchery here. It looks like he is going to allow it to go up. There's going to be a queen coming out here. I wonder if it was also to get, kind of just be a proxy hatchery for the natural here. Very interesting. I haven't seen, a placement on the hatchery in such a series or game of this magnitude. So we're certainly going to keep tabs on what might be going on Rogue's side of the map. But it does look like here, guys, relatively standard by Serral, at least going for that quick third hatchery into the Baneling nest, and going ahead and just starting to drone up. He does have a couple of Zerglings that are going to start moving across the map here. It does look like there's going to be an evolution chamber coming up here as well. And it looks like the wall off is pretty much fully in place here at this point. Now, I'm wondering, is Rogue going to go for a pretty aggressive push here? That might be the other tell here, that there might be somewhat of an aggressive push coming out of our Zerg player in blue here. It does look like a couple of these Zerglings are going to come up and see exactly what's going on, which Serral is one of the best in the world at scouting information and getting an idea of what is going on. And now he's got Zerglings all over the map, just scattered. I mean, between Zerglings and of course, Overlords, he is covering the map here. And there are a lot of Zerglings coming across the map here for Rogue. So we have got to see, is he going to really go for a pretty aggressive push here? There are going to be some Banelings that are going to be coming out here very, very soon. And there are a lot of Zerglings now at the front doorstep of Serral. He's got plenty of Banelings, it looks like, to really fend off against this this ball of Zerglings of Rogue. Rogue is so good at the micro game when it comes to, playing with the Zerg. He can out-micro his opponents very, very well, and that makes him such a deadly opponent and one of, like I said, the best Zerg players in the world, and was the best Zerg player and really overall StarCraft 2 player last year. So it does look like +1 is going to be started here. The same can be said for Serral out of the Evolution Chamber. And it does look like there is going to be a Roach Warren coming up here as well for Rogue. And now we have that third base coming down here. So this was really just you know, more so a macro hatchery for our Blue Zerg player. It looks like nothing too aggressive seems to be coming out of him just yet. And these Zerglings are just running into the main base location because they have this opening, of course. And they're really just getting good scouting information here. They're going to know exactly what's going on. It looks like Serral's going to try to get a couple of drone kills here with a handful of Zerglings. There are now roaches out on the map here for Rogue. And there are going to be some Banelings starting to move out as well. Looks like the lair is going to be started here for Serral. And it looks like Glial Reconstitution for the Roaches is going to be started for Rogue. So all that being said and done, both players are kind of pretty even at this point. No critical amounts of damage have been dealt as of yet. That was a really nice hit there for one of those Zerglings, getting a couple of Banelings. So very nicely played there by Rogue. But I will say, it looks like we might be setting ourselves up here for a macro-focused game here. And I really like that. Especially in game number 1, both players kind of trying to get a feel for one another. This is the semifinals of the biggest event of the year in StarCraft 2. So, of course, you know, players tend to want, you know, obviously to kind of get a feel for their opponent, but also just really, you know, play it very smart and you know, not take any unnecessary risk when it comes to, you know, when you're macroing up, trying to macro up a bigger and bigger force. Rogue is going ahead and getting that 4th base up. So he is going to, it looks like he's planning on playing the, you know, a little bit of a late game here for, and kind of, you know, building up a stellar defense here. And it looks like Serral is kind of doing the same thing. They're both giving each other that mutual respect here. Now, very interesting enough, there is going to be some dropper lords here. So I wonder, there is going to probably be some drop play by Serral here. Looks like he's got, you know, one dropper lord here, at least at this point, that is going to start moving across the map. And I wonder if Serral is going to start going in for a push here. Now, these Zerglings, I'm wondering if they're going to find out about this dropper lord. And it looks like they are definitely going to see it. They absolutely see that. And just at that point, it does look like at this point in the game, we are going to most likely see Rogue kind of, you know, have to deal with this in one way or another. He knows that that dropper lord is coming. He has been seeing it. Now there's going to be a little bit of a fight here in the middle, near the middle of the map here. And it looks like Rogue is kind of jumping on Serral's army. But the question is the surround going to be able to come in here for Serral? And it looks like the splits are coming up here for Rogue. Very well done there. And I think Rogue actually was able to get some very good value out of this army. Just getting so many nice kills here with some of these roaches, as well as Ravagers, and it looks like some of those roaches did go into the main base location of Rogue, and he is going to start doing a little bit of some damage, and it looks like there is damage being dealt at all angles of the map here, and oh my god, I wonder, is Rogue going to be able to pull this one out, or is he overextending just a little bit? It looks like Serral is starting to push onto this army, and just like that, Rogue's army is starting to diminish here, but he's certainly not out of this game just yet. He is on now these 4 bases, but the dropper lord did do, you know, some damage with those roaches, and just like that, more and more roaches are starting to come across the map here for Rogue. But I gotta say, this drop play here by Serral has been brilliant. Getting a queen and getting numerous drones here, beautifully done, and picking those drones up, and now going to probably transfer them over to this 5th base here, and there is literally no defense at this point. Now, there are a couple of roaches that just got over there, and there is another few roaches that are coming over, taking out as many drones as possible, and my god, the amount of damage being dealt here by Serral. Just when you thought that Rogue was taking a little bit of a lead, Serral is jumping all over this army. Now, we do have a burrow coming up here for Rogue, as well as +2. And, you know, I'm a little bit worried, though, at this point, because this is a pretty big army here by Serral, who's coming in around the middle of the map, and there is not much here for, you know, for Rogue to really hold on against this army. And it looks like Serral's going to absolutely jump on this army right here and right now and wants to go ahead and just overwhelm his opponent. And it looks like he is doing exactly that. Beautiful play here by Serral as the supply of Rogue is just absolutely plummeting. Those roaches are being decimated, and GG is called. And Serral takes game number 1 in absolutely dominant fashion. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Serral and Rogue, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.